Meron akong mga review question mamaya. Okay? Then, all you need to do is to answer. Then, you will have the chances to win load. Okay? Pag nakita nyo si Sipali, kilala nyo naman si Sipali, tama? Pag nakita nyo yun, in the question provided, just answer it correctly. So, first person who will answer it correctly, mananalo ng load. Okay? Okay po ba yun? Okay po ba yun? Okay, good. Pang ano din yan, pang online nyo, online classes nyo. Okay? So, we're now live on Facebook class. Okay? So, by the way, good afternoon. So, can we start? Can we start? Start na tayo? Okay lang po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, first, let me know.
Yes po.
Let me know if you can see the screen. Teka. Pa-check na lang muna kung makikita nyo yung screen before we proceed with the discussion. Yan. Can you see it? Can you see it, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes po.
So, ready na ba tayo? Ready na?
Ready na po. Ready na po.
Okay, sige. Again, please, after you talk, off the microphone so we can avoid the unnecessary background noises. Okay?
Yeah, po.
Okay. So, again, class, welcome to our first day of 4 days free live webinar series. Batch 2 na tayo, okay? So, topics for discussion in basic accounting, all about accounting cycle, step 7, which is prepare financial statements. Game? Game tayo?
Yes po.
Okay, game. So,
Yes po.
okay, game. Game tayo. So, first and foremost, tingnan natin. Medyo naghahang lang siya. Okay, first and foremost, let's define financial statements. Okay? Financial statements are written summary reports showing information about the financial position, performance, changes in equity, and cash flows of an entity. It is the end product or main output of the accounting process. It is said also that financial statements are interrelated to each other. Okay? So, ganito yan, class. If you're one of the users of the accounting information, okay, would you be interested to read and check one by one the details recorded in the journal or in the ledger of the business?
No.
Di ba? Hindi? Di ba? Hindi? Would you have that luxury of time reviewing whether recording process is made correctly? May enough time ka ba para gawin yon?
Wala po.
Siyempre, hindi. Siyempre, wala. Tama? Masyadong matrabaho yon. And besides, di naman lahat ng users of financial statements ay may privilege or capacity to deeply check the records of a certain business. Kasi nga, confidential yung mga yan. Tama? Ang gusto ko lang ipunto, class, is that generally, as a user, what is significant to you is the summary. Only the summary of the business activities. Okay? Of course, those happened for a particular period of time. And those are compressed into reports or statements that we commonly known as financial statements. Tama po? Okay? Yung buod ng kwento or the output of the business activity itself, no? Yun lang ang kailangan natin. Sir, question. Sino-sino lang po yung may right to check in details nung records ng isang company? Siyempre, the management of that company. Tama? And the owners or shareholders kung corporation yung company. At siyempre, hindi mawawala to. The government. Di ba? Lalo na kung under assessment ng mga government agencies yung company nyo. Tulad ng BIR, BOC, or yung Bureau of Customs, Securities and Exchange Commission, no? And other government agencies. Okay po ba yun? Sir, follow-up question. Kung iilan lang pala yung may kapasidad na i-check in details yung records ng isang company.
Hi, sir, you still there?
Hi? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, class? Can you hear me?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Napuputol ba?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we can't hear you po.
How about the others? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
I can hear
sir.
you.
Okay, siguro
Yes,
yung
sir.
sa kanya lang siguro. Okay, so let's continue, no? Again, follow-up question, sir. Kung iilan lang pala yung may kapasidad na i-check yung details, yung record ng isang company, no? Paano naman yung ibang users? Anong assurance nila na tama at reliable yung mga information na na-reflect sa financial statements? Tama? Tama po ba? Si government tsaka si owner lang yung generally na pwede palang deeply check ng mga records, no? Para masabi natin na tama yung nandiyan sa summary or sa financial statements. 'Di ba? Paano naman yung ibang users? 'Di ba? Paano yung assurance nila na kung ano yung nasa record, yun yung nasa financial statements? And that is a good question. And that question lead us to what we call auditing. Auditing. Okay? Ano tong auditing? Auditing is the process of independent examination made by external parties or external auditors, should I say, no? To determine whether the financial statements of a company are fairly prepared and presented. So sa auditing, yung mga auditor, ang ginagawa nila, ina-assess nila kung yung ginawang financial statements ng isang company ay in accordance sa accepted accounting standards and regulations, of course. Now, magbibigay sila ng opinion dyan kung fairly prepared and presented nga yung financial statement. And with that, somehow, it will give assurance to users, lalo na dun sa walang access to check in details the records of the company. Tama? Tama po? It will give assurance to them that whatever is reflected in the financial statements are consistent with the records of the company. Okay po?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yun yung tinatawag nating auditing. At sa totoong buhay, nangyayari yan, class, ha? Okay. So, we will not go further on this, no? Pinahapyawan ko lang kung ano yung auditing. Okay? So, here's another question. Ano ba ang composition ng financial statements? Or should I say, how many components are there in a complete set of financial statements? Ilan po?
5
Ilan?
po. 5 po.
9
5
or
po.
9 or 10?
9 or 10. Layo.
Malayo ba? 9 or 10?
9. 10. 9.
Any other answers? Pwede sumagot sa chat
10.
box. 9 or 10?
10 po.
10 po.
The correct answer is 6.
6.
Wah.
6 lang, okay? 6 lang. And what are those? What are those?
Financial position,
Ito yun.
comprehensive
Ayan.
income.
Nakikita nyo na? Can you see it? Okay.
Wala pa po.
Wala? So, these are complete set of financial statements. Nakikita na po?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So number 1, statement of financial position or what we call balance sheet. Number 2, statement of profit or loss or what we call income statement. Number 3, statement of comprehensive income includes profit or loss section and other comprehensive income items. Number 4, statement of changes in equity. And number 5, statement of cash flows. And number 6, notes to financial statements comprising of significant accounting policies and other notes. So ilan ulit yung complete set of financial statements? Siyam or 10?
6.
6.
Anim,
po.
tama.
Six.
Very good. Anim. Hindi kasi palaging nasa choices yung tamang sagot. Tama? Okay. So, let's proceed. Now, to just give you just to give you idea of what are those financial statements, no? Let us define. Okay? So, we have statement of financial position first or what we call balance sheet. Sabi, it shows the financial standing of an entity as to its assets, liabilities, and equity. Okay? Ito. Okay? Ito muna tayo. So, kung ang information na kailangan mo ay assets, liability, at equity ng business, gusto mo malaman yon. Kung may sapat bang cash, may mga investment ba, may mga long-term assets ba tulad ng land and buildings, may malalaki bang utang ang company, no? Sa supplier or kaya sa lender nito, kung magkano na yung capital or equity ng business as of the moment, ito yung financial statements na kailangan mong tignan at pagbasehan. Tama? Purely assets, liabilities, and equity ang makikita mo dito. Okay? So that's statement of financial position or balance sheet. Next is we have statement of profit or loss or income statement. Basahin lang natin. It shows the revenues and expenses of an entity for a period and summarize the performance of the operation, whether net income or net loss. Okay? So, kung gusto mong malaman kung magkano yung naging revenues, naging expenses ng company based sa operational performance nito, kung kumikita ba o lugi ba yung business sa isang particular na period, ito yung dapat mong tignan at pagbasihan. Tama? Dito naman sa report na to, of course, purely revenues or income, should I say, and expenses ang makikita mo dito. Okay? Maliwanag po yon. Next, we have statement of comprehensive income. It shows the profit or loss section plus other comprehensive income of an entity. Other comprehensive income are income and expenses that are not recognized in the income statement as required by the accounting standards. Okay? Magkapareha ba sila ng statement of profit or loss sa statement of comprehensive income? Magkapareha ba?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Okay? Hindi sila magkapareha. Okay, so let me elaborate, no? Ano daw tong statement of comprehensive income ulit? This is the income statement. Okay? Ito yon, yung profit or loss section. Plus the other comprehensive income. Okay? So, dalawa ang pinapakita niya. Yung detalye na nandun sa income statement plus yung mga other comprehensive income. Okay? Okay tayo sa income statement, no? Pero ano yung other comprehensive income? No? Ano tong mga other comprehensive income? These are income and expenses that are not part of the income statement as required by the standards. Actually, these are equity items, no? That are normally, normally unrealized. Either unrealized gain or unrealized loss. Ang sabi ko, normally kasi may mga unrealized gain or loss na part ng income statement. So, case-to-case basis yan, class. Depende sa transaction at items na involved. Okay? at kung ano ang magiging treatment nito pagdating sa applicable accounting standards niya. Okay? So, anong example nito mga other comprehensive income na sinasabi ko? Isang magandang halimbawa niyan ay yung revaluation surplus. Have you heard that? Revaluation surplus?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Okay, so let me explain.
Po.
Teka. Okay. So, balik lang tayo. Let me explain, no? So, for example, you own a manufacturing business. Okay? Tapos may building ka that you use in your business on a day-to-day operation and production activities. Of course. Tama? Ngayon, nagkataon, maraming gustong bumili ng building na yan. Okay? Potential buyers are offering you 10 million to 12 million. Okay? Ganong range. Pero ang book value o yung halaga na lang sa libro as of date ng building is amounting to 6 million. So halos doble agad ang presyo, tama? Potential buyers pa lang. They are offering, hindi mo pa naman binibenta. Then naisip mo, no, i-revalue o i-reassess sa tulong ng isang independent valuer yung halaga ng building na ginagamit mo sa business. And as you confirm with that independent valuer, no? Nasa ganung range nga yung halaga niya ngayon. Nasa 10 to 12 million. Okay? At sabi, lalaki pa daw yan sa mga susunod na taon. Bakit? Kasi nalaman mo, coming from that independent valuer, na yung lugar nyo kasi tatayuan ng mga infrastructures tulad ng airport, MRT, sabihin natin, subways, telecom towers, and etc. Kumbaga yung lugar nyo magiging one of the biggest business centers sa bansa. Okay? So ganito ginawa mo. Nirevalue mo nga yung halaga ng building. From 6 million, ginawa mo ng 10 million. Okay? Which is the net replacement or the sound value. So 10 million na yung halaga ng building sa libro. Okay? So magkano yung difference? Nasundan ba? Magkano yung difference? Dati 6 million, ngayon 10 million. Magkano difference?
4 million.
4 million. At ang tawag
4
natin doon,
million po. 4 million.
okay, that's correct. At yung tawag natin sa 4 million na yon ay revaluation surplus. Okay? And that will be part of your OCI o yung tinatawag nating other comprehensive income. Okay. Kung iisipin mo, no, this appreciation, tumaas eh. Aside from being an increase in the value of your fixed asset or PPE or yung building, sa example natin, gain din siya, di ba? Gain din siya, di ba? Tama? Tumaas eh. Unrealized nga lang. Okay? Sir, ano po bang ibig sabihin ng unrealized? Hindi pa nag-actualize o hindi pa nagpo-pursue. Yung alin? Yung transaction. Kumbaga sa ibang sabi, yung expected gain mo, di pa nagiging pera. Kasi di mo pa naman binenta yung building. Tama? Kaya yung 4 million na sinasabi natin, unrealized gain pa lang. Okay? Now, pag binenta mo, realized na yun. Tama? Kasi naging pera na yung gain mo. Tama? Tama po? Hello?
Yes po.
Okay.
Opo.
Yes.
Okay. Again, this revaluation surplus class will be considered as part of your other comprehensive income. Okay? Let me continue the scenario, no? What if nag-pursue yung pagbenta mo at nabenta yung building amounting to 13 million? Doon siya nabenta. Magkano ang gain on sale of building natin? Magkano yung gain ng ano natin, pagbenta ng building? Anyone?
19?
Dati 6 million. Nirevalue mo, naging 10 million. Tapos,
4 million po.
nakapag-decide ka na ibenta na siya. Pero binenta mo siya at 13 million. Magkano yung gain natin on the sale of the building?
3 million.
That's correct. 3 million. Okay. And that 3 million, saan siya magiging parte?
Present po lang.
Saan siya magiging parte yung 3 million na yon? Sa income statement or sa statement of comprehensive income?
Income statement.
Statement of comprehensive income.
The correct answer is sa income statement. Yung 3
Statement.
million na gain on sale of the building, yung actualized na, yung nag-realize na gain, mapupunta sa presentation in income statement. Okay? Again, itong mga other comprehensive income, these are part of equity but may be considered also as income and expenses that are unrealized in general. Ulitin ko, unrealized in general. Okay? Kasi may mga unrealized gain or loss na classified to income statement na hindi OCI, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. Palitan ko lang scenario, no? Same amount, book value natin, 6 million, yung building. Then potential buyers want to buy it for 10 million. Then the building is not being used this time, not being used on its major function, no? Kanina for operation and production purposes. This time, hindi siya for operation nor production purposes. Nandyan yung building to get extra income. Pinapaupahan mo, kumbaga. Pinapaupahan mo sa iba. Okay? Take note, regular transaction ba ng business yun? Na isang manufacturing company na magpaupa ng building?
Hindi po.
Hindi, di ba?
Hindi po.
So parang ano lang yan, source of extra income niya. Okay? Now, ulitin ko, same amount. 6 million yan per your records, pero as of now, ang price niya pwedeng mabenta for 10 million. Lumalabas, may unrealized gain ka na 4 million. Kung hindi mo pa binibenta, tama ba? This time, yung unrealized 4M na yan, will that be considered as part of OCI or part of income statement? Kanina, di ba, ang 4 million na difference, hindi natin dineclare under income statement, bagkus dineclare natin as comprehensive income. This time, magiging part na ba yan ng income statement? O part pa rin ng OCI?
Income statement.
Income statement po.
The correct answer, it will be part of the income statement. Since that building is not treated as PPE o yung property, plant, and equipment, bagkus as investment properties. Okay? PPEs guided by PAS 16 yan, while investment properties guided by PAS 40. Okay? Have you noticed the difference, class? Sabi ko kanina, normally, yung mga unrealized gain or losses ay part ng OCI or other comprehensive income. Okay? Pero not always the case. Depende. And that is proven with our example now. No? Unrealized pa eh. Ulitin ko lang, yung building kasi ngayon, hindi na for operation or production purposes. Bagkus, nandyan yan para magkaroon ng other income ang business. Dahil ang purpose niya, ipaupa sa iba. So, treatment is that unrealized gain is part of income statement. Kasi from the very start, the building is for income generation purposes. Okay? So again, ulitin ko, depende sa transaction at nature ng item na involved at depende sa sinasabi ng accounting standards na applicable kung paano itatrato yon. So I don't want to elaborate more, class, no? Since this is better to discuss in intermediate accounting or higher accounting. Okay? Just to add other examples of other comprehensive income. Unrealized gain or loss of available for securities. Gain or loss from translating the financial statements of foreign operation. Unrealized gain or loss from derivative contracts designated as cash flow hedge. Remeasurements of defined benefit plan. Okay? So, yun yung mga example ng mga other comprehensive income other than revaluation surplus. Okay? Sir, ang haba ng sinabi mo. Ano bang ibig mong sabihin dyan or ano bang pinupunto mo? Ito lang yon. Kaya ko lang binibigyan din tong statement of comprehensive income is that for you to distinguish it from statement of profit or loss or simply income statement. Kasi again, statement of profit or loss or income statement, ito yung commonly na mga income and expenses na alam natin. Yan yung sales, service revenue, rent revenues, interest income, at normally mga realized gains for income items. While for expenses, items na nandyan, of course, yung cost of sales, direct costs, operating expenses, interest expense, income tax expense, and normally, mga realized losses. Okay? Pag statement of comprehensive income statement to, plus, no, may kasamang other comprehensive income items. So kung wala namang other comprehensive income items na involved, tulad ng examples natin kanina, yung mga binanggit ko, revaluation surplus, foreign translation adjustment, unrealized gains or loss were available for sales and securities and others, better call it as statement of profit or loss, or simply income statement, not statement of comprehensive income. Okay? Kasi minsan, you are supposed to be to present an income statement items, yung mga profit or loss items. Pero, ang title ng report mo, Statement of Comprehensive Income. Huwag ganun. Tama? Kasi pag sinabi mong Statement of Comprehensive Income, di ba? Kasi nga, from the word itself, Statement of Comprehensive Income. So, meaning, yung laman yan, mas marami. Mas malawak. Extensive, kumbaga. From simple up to complicated items. Tama? Did you get my point? Tama, class? Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Kasi may nakikita ako na tinatawag nila yung supposed to be called as income statement as statement of comprehensive income. So, mali yun. So, ulitin natin, pag comprehensive statement of comprehensive income, no, may mga OCI yan na included sa report. So, yun yung mga binanggit ko kanina. Yung mga complicated items na sinabi ko kanina. So, kung wala yun, call the report as a statement of profit or loss or income statement. Okay? So, yun lang pinakapunto ko dito. Okay? Okay po tayo dyan. Haba na explanation ko, no? Next. Statement of changes in equity. Okay. It shows the movements of equity items across a sole proprietorship or partnership or a corporation or other forms of business. Okay? Statement of changes in owner's equity, yung tawag kapag sole proprietorship, yung business. Statement of changes in partner's equity, yung tawag pag partnership. Okay? Statement of changes in shareholders' equity, yung tawag pag corporation, yung form or kind ng business. Okay? So, lahat ng mga equity items na makikita mo nandyan. Of course, andyan yung investment, no? Yung pinapataas yung equity. Withdrawals, pinapababa yung equity, no? Net income, of course, pinapataas yung equity. Net loss, pinapababa ang equity. Pero possible madagdagan yan, no? Depending on the form of the business, lalo na kung corporation. May mga madadagdag na equity items diyan maliban dun sa nabanggit ko kanina. Okay? So next, we have statement of cash flow. It shows the inflow and outflow of cash related to entities operating, investing, and financing activities. Ito naman, kung gusto mong malaman saan nanggaling yung pera at saan napupunta yung pera ng business, ito yung dapat mong tignan at pagbasehan. Tama? Paano ba tumaas? Paano ba bumaba? Ito ang titignan mo. Statement of cash flow. Okay? All about cash yan. Okay? Next. So, okay tayo dyan. Next, we have notes to financial statements. So, these are additional information, either supporting computation or narrative description of the body of the financial statements. Okay? Yung body of financial statements na tinutukoy natin dito, yun yung unang 5. No? Yung statement of financial position, income statement, statement of comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, tsaka statement of cash flow. Okay? Okay? Now, dito karaniwan, naka-breakdown yung computation ng mga line items na nandun sa naunang 5 financial statements, no? Plus a narrative explanatory notes. Nandito din yung mga accounting policies na ginagamit ng company, alinsunod sa mga accounting standards. Okay? Okay po? Ang haba ng introduction natin sa financial statements. Anyway, sinabi ko lang yon just to give you idea. Okay? But for discussion purposes, yung main focus natin for the rest of the webinar time, sa 6 na to, 4 lang i-discuss natin for the webinar series. No? Yun na nga yung statement of financial position, statement of profit or loss, statement of changes in equity, tsaka statement of cash flows. Pero for today, ang concentration natin is to discuss how to prepare statement of profit or loss or income statement. Okay? Okay po? Okay po?
Yes.
Yes po.
Any question? Any
Okay
question?
po.
Wala pa bang tanong? Magtanong lang ha. Anyway, isa pang punto bago tayo pumunta dun sa income statement. Kung paano mag-prepare ng income statement. Isang-isa na lang. Okay? Ito ang importante para sa akin when it comes to preparation of financial statements. Okay? So, please off the microphone para ma-avoid natin ang background noises. Okay? So, again, sabi, ang financial statements na to, itong mga financial statements, interrelated. Okay? Interrelated, meaning, connected yan. Connected to each other. Magkakaugnay. Magkakapatid, kumbaga. Sir, paano yun? Ano ibig mong sabihin doon? Okay, let's see these figures. Okay? Yan. Lakihan natin. Yun. Okay, teka. Yan, nakikita po ba ng malinaw? Nakikita po ng malinaw? Okay. So, this is example of income statement. Okay? Saka na natin i-detalye yan. Okay? Now, can you tell me how much is the net income? Can you see the net income?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
How much?
16,130.
Okay, tandaan yan. Okay? So, this is the income statement. Next is we have,
Opo, sir.
okay, tandaan niyang 16,130. Next we have, statement of changes in owner's equity. Napansin nyo? Did you notice
Opo.
something?
Yes po.
Mayroon. Diba?
Opo.
Can you see the net income?
Yes po.
Magkano?
Yes po. 16,130.
Okay, same lang din ba yan nung nasa income statement kanina?
Yes po.
Yes.
po.
Okay. So, consider that. Kaya natin sinasabing interrelated. Okay? So, information coming from one financial statement will be used to another financial statement. And yung kanina nga, example natin, yung income statement na net income, information doon, dinala natin papunta ngayon sa another financial statement na statement of changes in owner's equity. Tama? Tama po?
Yes po.
Okay. Now, another thing. Can you check magkano yung balance ng capital natin? Ending capital.
533,130.
533,130. Okay? So, tandaan yan. This time, ang tatandaan mo, yung ending capital balance. 533,130. Okay? Now, let's go with another statement of, financial statement, which is statement of financial position. Okay? Can you see the ending capital?
Yes po.
Magkano?
533,130.
533,130 din. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Parehas lang to dun sa kaninang statement of changes in owner's equity na ending balance, di ba? Ito yun, di ba? Tama? Tama?
Opo.
Now, kinuha yung information na yan, dinala papuntang statement of financial position or balance sheet, which should be equal din. Ito din yun. Tama? Tama po?
Yes
po.
Yun ang sinasabi natin kung bakit interrelated ang mga financial statements, kung bakit magkakapatid yan. Kasi yung information ng isa, gagamitin ng isa pang financial statement. Okay? Another one, last one. Can you tell me, in this statement of financial position, how much is the balance of cash? Total balance of cash.
639,000.
639,000. Ito yun. Tama po? Tama?
Yes po.
Okay. Tandaan yan. Pwede bang tandaan?
Yes po.
Pwede.
Opo.
Mahirap bang tandaan?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Okay. So now, let's go with another financial statement, which is called statement of cash flow. Can you see it?
Yes po.
Magkano ang balance ng
Yes po.
cash per our statement of cash flow?
639.
39,000. Parehas lang ba yan dun sa balance sheet kanina?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tama, parehas lang. 639,000. Dito, 639,000. And that is the reason why we are saying that financial statements are interrelated to each other. Okay? At yan ang gusto kong pakakatandaan nyo when it comes to preparation of financial statements. Okay? The information provided to one component of financial statement will be used or will be carried forward also to another component of financial statements. Magkakadugtong sila. Connected sila. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng pasinungalingan yung isa kasi hindi ka rin tutugma sa isa pang report kung magkataon. Tama? Tama po?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Po.
So, okay na tayo dyan. Now, let's go with the proper discussion. Topic natin ngayon is to prepare statement of profit or loss or income statement kung tawagin. So again, it shows the revenues or income and expenses of an entity for a period and summarize the performance of the operation, whether net income or net loss. Okay. Please turn off the mic para walang background noises. So again, income statement, no? Ano ang nakikita natin? It shows the income and expenses. Tama? For a particular period of time. May asset bang sinabi?
Wala po.
May liability
None.
bang sinabi?
Wala po.
Wala rin. So again, purely income and expenses items lang ang makikita mo dito. Okay? At the same time, it shows the net profit or net income kung tawagin, di ba? Ito yun, net income or net profit. It is when the total income is greater than the total expense. Tama? Kung hindi net income, malamang net loss yun. Tama? And net loss is said to be when total expenses is greater than total income. Okay? That is for a particular period of time. So, ulitin lang natin, pag net income or net profit, mas malaki ang total income kaysa sa total expenses. Okay? It will give you positive result. Pag net loss naman, mas malaki ang total expense kaysa total income. It will give you negative result. Okay? Okay. Next. Any question, by the way, class?
Wala naman.
Okay. Nakakasunod pa po?
Apo.
Yes po.
Introduction pa lang yung kanina, ha? Dito na tayo. By the way, ano lang to, simple lang naman to eh. It's just a matter of familiarizing what can you see in an income statement. The same applies with other financial statements. Familiarize nyo lang yung format, no? Paano siya ginagawa. Supposedly, yun lang naman ang pinaka-importanting malaman mo pag magpe-prepare ka ng financial statements. Okay? And at the same time, maintindihan mo kung ano yung mga elements na nakapaloob sa kanya-kanyang financial statements. So sa statement of profit or loss or income statement, of course, may mga income items dyan. We have revenues and gains. Revenues, these are income arising from ordinary operating activities of an entity. Okay? So pag sinabi nating revenue, major sources of income yan ng business. Okay? Yung income na nangyari, yung income na nakuha ay nangyari sa regular transaction ng business. Okay? Normally, syempre, nanggagaling sa pagbenta ng product nito. Either sale of service yan or sale of goods. Tama? For example, yung business ay isang barbershop. Okay? Yung benta nila sa paggupit at pag-ayos ng mga buhok ng mga customer nila, tawag natin doon revenue. Or appropriately called as service revenue. Tama? Kasi yun naman talaga yung normal na pangyayari sa isang barbershop. Tama po? Tapos, for example, another one, kung yung business naman ay isang grocery, yung mga benta nila o yung benta ng business na mga goods or merchandise para sa customer, tawag natin doon revenue or appropriately called as sales. Okay? Kasi normal naman sa isang grocery store ang magbenta ng mga goods or merchandise. Tama po? So other examples of revenues, we have professional fees, rent revenue, advertising revenue, commission, consultancy, and interest revenue. So yun ang mga examples ng revenues. Okay? How about this? Gains. So sabi, gains are other income items that may or may not arise from ordinary operating activities of an entity. Example niyan, yung barbershop, nagbenta ng upuan na ginagamit sa business. Okay? O di kaya, yung grocery store, nagbenta ng chest type na freezer. Okay? Na ginagamit din nila sa business. Normally ba, binibenta nila yon?
Hindi po.
Hindi, di ba?
Hindi.
Hindi naman yun ang regular transaction nila. Tama? Kasi nga, ang purpose ng mga yung mga nabanggit ko, is for business operation use. Okay? Now, kapag yung amount ng pagkabenta, sabihin natin, binenta. Okay? Kapag yung amount ng pagkabenta ng fixed asset na yun, upuan siya, mga chest type freezer, ay mas malaki kaysa sa halaga ng gamit na yan. Or should I say, mas malaki kaysa sa carrying value ng fixed asset na yan. No? Tawag natin doon, gain. Or appropriately called as gain on sale of property, plant, and equipment. Or kung anong klaseng fixed asset yan. Kung equipment, kung furnitures, kung kotse, etc. Tama? Basta mas mataas yung price kaysa dun sa halaga or carrying value ng asset na yun or fixed asset na yun. Tawag natin doon, gain. Okay? Other example of gains, gain on sale of investment, gain on sale of intangible assets. Okay? So, okay tayo dyan. Next, of course, kung may income, may mga expense items. We have classification, no? By its function. Ito yan, marami yan. Mga 6. Okay? So we have cost of sales. This refers to direct costs attributable for the purchase of goods that are sold to customers for merchandising. Or this refers to costs attributable for the production of goods that are sold to customers for manufacturing. Okay? Saka muna natin intindihin yan, no? Once we're there in accounting for merchandising and accounting for manufacturing. Okay? Magkaiba kasi ang composition niyan at computation niyan para makuha mo. Okay? So, since nandito tayo ngayon sa accounting for service type, no? Nandun pa lang tayo eh. Ang i-explain natin, i-elaborate natin ay ito. Cost of service. Okay? Saka na natin itong intindihin, cost of sales. Okay? Cost of service muna. This refers to direct costs attributable for rendering service to customer. Okay? So, example niyan. For example, okay. Kunyari ang business isang delivery express business. Okay? Delivery, provider. Delivery service provider. Okay? Yung sahod ng mga delivery drivers mo, direct cost yun. Kasi kung wala yung gastos na yan, walang delivery na mangyayari papunta sa mga customers mo. Di ba? Kaya ka naman kasi nagkakaroon ng revenue kasi may delivery service kang na-perform. And that is mainly because of your delivery drivers. So yung salaries expense para sa kanila, considered direct cost under classification of cost of service. So yun ang ibig sabihin natin ng direct cost. Those costs that can be associated with your sources or major sources of income. Okay? Question lang, yung sahod ng office staff mo, no? Delivery service provider pa rin yung business. Yung sahod ng office staff mo, considered bang direct cost?
Yes po.
Office staff?
Hindi po. Hindi po.
Bakit hindi?
Yes, sir.
Normally,
Hindi
hindi eh. Bakit kaya?
Kasi hindi po sila mismo nagde-deliver.
That's correct. 'Di ba? Kung iisipin mo, normally, kahit wala kang gastos para dyan sa sahod ng office staff mo, makakapag-provide ka pa rin ng delivery service. Tama? Ang office staff kasi more on support lang ang magagawa nila para sa isang delivery service type na business. 'Di ba? So, ang direct cost talaga yung sahod ng mga delivery drivers, yung nagpo-provide ng delivery service ng business. Another thing, yung mga gas, repair, and maintenance costs para dun sa mga delivery equipment, motorcycle or truck man yan. Considered direct cost ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Po.
Yes.
'Di ba? Paano makakapag-provide ng delivery service kung yung mga trucks at motorcycles walang gasolina or diesel? 'Di ba? Paano tatakbo 'yun? Tama? Paano ka makakapag-provide din ng mga delivery service kung yung mga trucks at motorcycles mo palaging sira? Tama? So yung gastos para sa mga repair and maintenance, no? Considered direct cost under cost of service classification. Okay? So another one, example sa school. Ano yung sa tingin nyo? Kunyari ang business is school. Ano yung sa tingin nyo yung direct cost na magiging part ng cost of service natin?
Teachers.
Teachers. Pero anong klaseng cost? Anong klaseng gastos?
Salary of teachers.
That's correct. Salary of the teachers. 'Di ba? Kasi kung wala naman yung mga magtuturo, paano kikita yung school?
Salary expense.
'Di ba? Kung walang magtuturo, paano kikita yung school? So when we say cost of service, ito yung mga direct costs or direktang gastos na konektado sa pag-provide ng service ng isang business. Na kung wala tong mga to, yung business mainly hindi kikita o mag-earn ng revenue. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
po.
Okay.
Aba.
Next. So we have another classification. Sabi dito, administrative expense. These are expenses related to general or administering costs. So example niyan, mga bad debts expense, salaries of office personnel, no? Office supplies expense, yan, taxes and license, depreciation ng mga office building, equipment, saka furnitures. So wag na natin masyadong elaborate. Then we have selling expenses or distribution costs. So these are expenses related to marketing and delivery costs. Okay? Example niyan. Siyempre, we have advertising expense. Freight out. Ito yung delivery expense mula sa iyo papunta kay customer na ang nag bayad ng delivery expense na yon ay ikaw mismo, business. Okay? So sales commission, of course, 'di ba? Kaya nga gusto natin mapalaki yung sales. And then we have salaries. Siyempre, salaries ng mga salesman natin or sales personnel natin. And then we have depreciation of the delivery equipment. So all that are connected in the distribution of the product of the business. Then we have finance costs. These are expenses related to finances or finance charges on borrowings. So example nito, yung alam na alam natin, interest expense. Now, we have other expenses. Ito naman yung last. These are expenses not classified as administrative, selling, and finance costs. So example niyan, loss on sale of PPEs. No? Ito yung counterpart kanina ng gain. Okay? loss on sale of PPEs, property, plant, and equipment, loss on sale of investment, loss on sale of intangible assets, or even yung loss from fire. Kunyari, nagkasunog. Nasunog yung mga inventory. So, nawala yun. Nag-perish yun, di ba? So, may loss kang i-recognize. Loss from theft. Kunyari, ninakaw. Di ba? And other losses from accidents or fortuitous events. Okay? But for discussion purposes, hindi natin ika-classify yung mga expenses natin under these functions na binanggit ko. Except for cost of service. Okay? The rest, ipe-present natin as is. Kumbaga, by nature, yung presentation natin ng mga expenses. Pero kung part siya ng cost of service, i-ano natin, i-itemize, i-group natin siya as part of the cost of service. Okay? Question? Question po? Hello, class? Question?
Wala pong
Wala
question.
po.
Okay.
Nandito po.
So much for the concept. Okay? Dami nating nasabi. Okay? Let's go now with the illustration. Ito yung paborito nyo. Yung mag-prepare na ng income statement. Tama? This is your favorite. Tama? Tama?
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
So from now on, let's make it your favorite, no? Favorite topic to prepare financial statements, specifically income statement. Okay? Gawin natin yan, ha? Okay. So, illustration 1. So, ito yan. Pag-ong Delivery Express income statement for the month ended January 31. Now, of course, when we are preparing report, specifically, ito na, income statement, di ba? First, dapat may headings, di ba? Or kumbaga may title, di ba? Para malaman natin kung anong klaseng report yan, para kanino, anong sakop niya na period. Okay? So sa headings, as you notice, no, we have 3 line items. Okay? So first, we have, anong unang line item na nakikita natin? Pag-ong Delivery Express. It is the name of the company. Yan ang makikita mo sa first line ng headings. Then second, ano makikita mo? Yung report name or name of the report, which is income statement. Sa example natin. Tama? And the last, third line, no? The last line is the date covered. Okay? Okay? Mahirap ba tandaan yon? Ulitin lang natin. So, ano to applicable to across all financial statements. Okay? Dapat may headings palagi. Huwag mong kakalimutan yan when it comes to preparation of financial statements. Dapat may headings. Okay? So, first we have, anong una nating nilalagay? Tatlo yan eh. Name of the company. Second,
Name of the report.
name of the report or the report name. And the third one, the
Is the
date
date covered?
Date of the report.
So, name of the report, report name, name of the report, name of the business or the company, then report name, and the third is date covered. So, gawin nating abbreviation dyan, NRD. So, NARD. Gawin nating NARD. Okay? NA stands for name of the business. R stands for report name or anong klaseng report siya. D stands for date covered. So, tawagin nating NARD. So, tandaan, ang headings, ano ang headings natin? NARD. Okay? Mahirap po ba tandaan yon?
Hindi po.
Okay.
Hindi po.
Name of the company, report name, and the date covered. Okay. So, emphasize lang natin. As you notice, class, ano yung nakasaad or nakalagay doon sa date covered? Anong sabi niya? For the month ended January 31, 2020. Tama?
Yes po.
So, meaning,
Yes.
yung presented na income and expenses, itong mga to, Okay? Ay earned income at incurred expenses lang for January. Okay? Kasama ba yung nakaraang buwan?
Hindi po.
Kasama ba yung susunod
Hindi.
na buwan?
Hindi rin.
Hindi rin.
Hindi rin po.
Okay? So, specific, no? Particular yung period of time na covered niya. Pwede rin yan. Siyempre, hindi lang naman palaging for the month ended, di ba? Pwede rin sabihin na for the year ended or for the quarter ended, di ba? Pwede rin ganun. So, basta ang punta lang natin, kunyari, pag for the year ended December 31, 2020, meaning yung income and expenses reflected in that report are for the year 2020 only. Hindi kasama yung last year. Okay? So, pag nagpe-prepare tayo ng income statement for specific or particular period of time lang. And remember, class, income and expenses accounts are subject for closing. So, every accounting period, kumbaga, new sets of income and expenses tayo. Either monthly basis man yan, quarterly basis, or yearly basis. Okay? Okay po? So, let's explore the composition of the income statement. So, we have, of course, the revenue, yung main sources of income ng business. At yung account title na gamit niya, service revenue. Tama? Less. Anong nileless natin? Cost of service. Diba? Ito yung mga example natin kanina. Now, the difference of the service revenue and the cost of service is 67,500. At ang tawag daw natin dyan ay ano?
Gross
Gross
income.
income
Gross income.
or gross profit kung tawagin. Okay? Gross income or gross profit, pares lang yan. It is simply the profit after deducting the direct costs associated from the main revenues earned in providing the service. Kumbaga, major revenues less major expenses, yun yung gross profit natin. Okay? Tama po? Sa merchandising and manufacturing, it is simply the profit after deducting cost of sales from its sales. Okay? So, pag merchandising tsaka manufacturing, so we have sales dito, less cost of sales. Tawag din natin doon, gross profit. Okay? Kaya lang, like what I've said, service type pa tayo as of now. So, ang applicable, the revenues, major revenues, less the cost of service. Okay? So, next, gross income. Now, from gross income, 67,500, let's add other income. Yung mga hindi major sources of income, katulad ng interest income. So, pag in-add natin yan, ang total operating income natin, 67,580. Okay? Less. Anong iniless natin after that? Anong ililess? Operating expenses. Ito yung kaninang sinabi natin, yung mga by function. Administrative, selling, finance costs, and other expenses. Kaya lang, katulad ng sinabi ko, for discussion purposes, hindi natin siya i-group or i-present by function. I-itemize natin as is. So, kung salaries expense, salaries expense. Rent expense, rent expense. So on and so forth. Ganun yung gagawin natin for discussion purposes. Okay? Hindi natin siya i-group by function. So, we have salaries expense na 12,000, rent expense 11,000, tax and license 7,000, supplies expense 3,000, doubtful accounts expense 2,350, depreciation expense furniture 1,000, depreciation expense office equipment 1,100, interest expense 5,000. Total operating expense, magkano daw?
51,000.
51,450. Na-check nyo ba yan kung tama ako?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Tama. Okay lang yon. Kasi sigurado namang tama eh. Diba? Anyway. So, total operating expenses will be deducted from the total operating income or total income. 67,580 less 51,450, you have what we call
16.
net income. Tama? Which is amounting to 16,130. And that's how you prepare income statement. Naintindihan po ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Is it clear?
Yes po. Yes po.
Okay, so let's have another illustration. Yung mas mag-iisip tayo. Okay? So another illustration. So this time, as you can see, ang binigay, adjusted trial balance of basic computer shop owned by Mr. Mobile Legend. Okay? Take note, di ba sa accounting cycle natin, after adjusting entries, no, na-journalize mo, then pinost mo, magpe-prepare ka ng adjusted trial balance. Okay? And from that adjusted trial balance, yung mga amount na nandoon, yun yung hugutin mo papuntang financial statements. Diba? Yung mga amount na nandito sa adjusted trial balance, yan yung ire-reflect mo sa financial statements. So, kanya-kanyang ano na yan, kanya-kanyang lipat na yan kung saan man siya applicable. Okay? So, can you prepare income statement for this problem? Pwede ba?
Try po, try.
Pwede ba? Kaya bang isulat 'yon or ilagay 'yon sa chat box? Within 1 minute, kaya ba 'yon?
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
Hindi, di ba? So ako na lang, tama? Ako na lang ang gagawa, tama? Ako na lang ang gagawa.
Yes, sir.
So,
Pwede, sir.
okay, so si sir na lang gagawa, okay? Okay. Gagawa tayo ng income statement. Take note, sa income statement, ano lang ang dapat nandun?
Income and
Income
revenue.
and expenses. Tama? Income and
Yes,
expenses. So, sa trial balance natin, adjusted trial balance natin, kukunin mo lang yung mga income and expense accounts. Okay? So, isa-isayin natin ha. Kasama ba tong 160,000 yung cash? Kasama ba yan?
Opo.
Sa income
Opo.
statement, kasama yan?
No po.
Hindi.
Hindi po.
Accounts receivable, kasama ba?
Hindi po.
Printing
po.
supplies.
Hindi rin po.
So, saan tayo magsisimula? Yung mga isasama natin.
Computer service fees.
Okay, very good. Magsisimula tayo sa mga income accounts. Then after that, expense accounts. So ito yun. Computer service. Sorry, lakayan natin para mas ma-appreciate nyo yung illustration. Teka lang Medyo yun. Yan, mas nakikita ba na malinaw?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po.
So computer service 559,500, kukunin natin yan. Then mga expenses. Lahat ba to expenses pababa mula 120,000 up to 25,000?
Yes po.
Lahat ba yan
Yes.
expenses?
Yes po.
Okay. So kung lahat
Yes
yan,
po.
kunin na natin, di ba?
Sige.
Lahat pala yan, kunin na natin. So, the rest, yung mga nasa taas, hindi natin kukunin kasi hindi sila income and expense account. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes po.
Now, magpe-prepare na tayo. Kunwari, anong una mong gagawin when you prepare income statement? Anong una mo isusulat? Headings. Headings, tama ba?
Yes po.
Sa headings, 3 yan. Ano yung una mong ilalagay?
Name of the company.
Name of the company. Ano yung second line?
Report name.
Report name. Ano yung third line?
Date cover.
Date covered. So, ito yun. Tama? Basic computer shop, the name of the company, then income statement, the report name, and the date covered for the year ended December 31, 2020, or simply called as NARD. Okay? Abbreviated as NARD. Okay? So, okay na tayo sa headings. Huwag kakalimutan yan, Importante yan when you prepare financial statements. Next, we have first account na may kita natin sa income statement, dapat yung major sources of income. And since computer shop to, ang tawag nila sa tawag nito, major service revenue nila is computer service fee. Tama ba? Yung ba'y nasa problem? Ayun, computer service fee ito. So, copy na lang natin as is. Okay? Kanya-kanya naman kasing account title yan when it comes to business. Okay? So, we have 559,500 or 559,500. Then, to get the gross income, ibawas natin yung alin? Cost of service.
Cost of
Tama?
service.
Pag sinabi natin again, cost of service, these are direct costs. These are direct costs that are associated in providing the service of the business. So, ito yon, yung mga expenses na connected sa pag-render natin ng service sa isang computer shop. So, we have direct salaries, direct rental, direct printing supplies, direct charges internet expense, direct charges depreciation ng computer mismo. So, all of that falls under cost of service. So, ito yon, yung kanina, from 120,000 up to 62,000. Okay? Nahihirapan ba tayong i-identify kung ano yung cost of service?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Kasi nilagay na niya as direct charges. Kumbaga sa account title pa lang, pinangalanan niya na direct charges. Meaning, direct cost yan. So, part yan ng cost of service natin. Now, total of cost of service, 385,500. So, deduct it from the computer service fee na 559,500. We have what we call gross income or gross profit amounting to 174,000. Okay. Meron ba tayong other income na i-add para makuha yung total income per hour problem? Meron ba dito?
Wala po.
Wala. Nag-iisa lang yung income account natin for this problem. Okay? So, wala na tayong i-add. Next, less operating expenses. Ito yung mga expenses that are normally incurred in the operation of the business but not classified as direct costs. Okay? So, pag tinignan natin yung problem, that is starting from taxes and license, 15,500 up to the depreciation expense, furnitures and fixtures, 25,000. So, kopyahin lang natin yon. So, you have 15,500, 8,500, 7,000, 25,000. Total operating expense is how much? 56,000.
1,000.
Deduct it from the gross income na 174,000. Magkano siya?
118,000.
118,000. And
118,000
that is what we call net income.
net income.
Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Maliwanag po?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay, so maliwanag. So, simple lang ba? Simple lang?
Simple pa po.
Simple pa po. So, ibig sabihin, kayang-kaya natin gumawa ng income statement. Okay? Take note. For me, no, it's a matter of familiarization lang din kung paano natin siya ginagawa or paano yung format niya. So, i-familiarize lang natin. Simple as that. Okay? Kung ano itsura niya. Okay? The rest will follow. Okay? And continue practicing preparing financial statement, specifically income statement, kasi yun yung topic natin ngayon. Okay? So, next. Uy, tapos na tayo. Tapos na.
Wow.
Do you have any question?
Wala.
Wala po.
Naintindihan niyo po ba?
Opo.
Very good. Do you have any question?
Wala naman po.
So, for those who are shy, comment lang. So, ano ba yun? Nahiya po ba? Wala naman, no? Wala naman nag-comment kung may tanong. Anyway, if you don't have any question, I have a question. So, ito yung mga tinatawag nating review questions. Let's see kung may natutunan nga. Okay? Okay? Then, Okay, this is the exciting portion. Sa mga review questions ko, no, kapag nakita nyo nandun si Sipaley, kilala niyo si Sipaley?
Opo.
Sino si Sipaley?
Hindi po.
Hindi
Yung
nyo,
kailangan,
hindi nyo kilala si Sipaley?
Hindi po.
Hindi.
Hindi.
yung
Kilala po.
exam natin.
Hindi, no. Sipaley, spell as
Jesus.
C-P-A-L-E-I. So, kung active followers kayo sa Facebook page natin, no, makikilala nyo siya. Okay? Makikilala nyo siya. And by the way, makikilala nyo naman talaga siya ngayon. Kung sino si Sipaley. Okay? Pag nakita mo yon, si Sipaley, ibig sabihin, yung tanong na yan, pag nasagot mo, no, you will we will give you giveaway. Giveaway lang. Anong gusto ko? Ano lang to, mga small giveaways. Load lang papamigay natin, okay? Load lang. Okay? Load lang po. So, pag nakita niyo yung Sipaley, icon natin, ibig sabihin nun, yung tanong na yon, pag nasagot nyo ng tama, first kung sino unang makakasagot, mananalo ng, magpapamigay ako ng 50 pesos load lang, tsaka 100 peso load lang. Okay? Medyo small time pa tayo, okay? So, budgeted muna. So, by the way, like what I've said in my post in the Pinoy Sir CPA page, no? Mamimigay tayo ng mga tawag nito, prizes and rewards. Much bigger dito sa pinapamigay or ipapamigay natin ngayon. Okay? Just wait for that, okay? And kung paano nyo ma-avail or makukuha yung mga prizes or giveaways natin. So anyway, so for this, ang reward lang natin, load. So 50 pesos load, tsaka 100 pesos load. Okay? Pag nakita nyo yung Sipaley na sinasabi ko, ibig sabihin, read the questions fast. Comprehend, and then answer it. Okay? Walang magsasalita, of course. Ang gagawin nyo lang, just simply write the answer on the chat box. Okay? Or in the chat box. Okay po ba yon? Malinaw yon? Is that clear?
Opo.
Okay? So, first, kung sinong unang makatama. Just comment in the chat box yung sagot nyo. Pag nakita nyo si Sipaley, ibig sabihin, basahin agad yung tanong, intindihin, then magsulat na ng sagot mo na sa tingin mo tama dun sa chat box. So, kung wala, so relax lang tayo pag wala. Pag wala si Sipaley. So, here's the first review question. So, may nakita ba kayong Sipaley? Wala. Wala tong giveaway. So, pwede mag-relax. So, what is the question? Component of financial statements that shows income and expenses of the entity for a particular period of time, excluding other comprehensive income items. Ano daw yun? Letter A, statement of comprehensive income, statement of profit or loss, balance sheet, or statement of retained earnings. Answer? Write it in the
Statement of profit or
Okay. Sulat nyo dun sa chat box. Anyway, wala naman tong price, no? So, pwede kayong sumagot ng by means of talking. Okay? Okay, pag lumabas si Sipaley, so please be quiet. Just read the question. Wala magsasalita and write your correct answer, no? In the chat box. Okay? So, letter B is the answer. Next. Yun. Kaya na si Sipaley. Nakita niyo na ba? Ibig sabihin, may giveaway ito. Which statement is correct? Statement 1, accrued income, deferred income, prepaid expense, and accrued expense are shown in an income statement. Statement 2, net income will be the result when total expenses are greater than total income. Letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D. Answer. Oh, titinan natin yan ha. Aalamin ko po ha. Okay. Let's see kung sinong unang nakatama. Yun. The correct answer is letter D. So may nakita akong tumama eh. Nasa na ba yun? Letter D. Both statements are incorrect. Saan yun? Ito yun. Tama ba? Si Micaela Fetizanan. Dito ba siya? Siyempre, nandito siya. So mamaya, just message us in Facebook. Mananalo ka ng 50 pesos load. Okay? Napakalaking load. 50 pesos. Okay? Message mo kami, Micaela Rain Fetizanan. Okay? Correct answer is dog. Both statements are incorrect. Bakit dog?
Ay, shit, oh. Kasi yung statement number 2, mas mataas daw yung total expenses kaysa sa total income.
Okay.
Hindi yun.
Una
dapat
muna,
yun.
yung statement 1, mali yun. Kasi ang accrued income, deferred income, okay, ano yan? Asset to, di ba? Receivable to. Ito naman,
Liability.
accrued income, receivable to.
Asset.
Deferred income, payable to.
Liability.
So, liability. Ang prepaid expense, asset to. And accrued expense, liability to. So, mga asset and liability yon na hindi mo makikita sa income statement. And therefore, mali itong statement 1. Okay? Next, statement 2. Net income would be the result when total expenses are greater than total income. Mali. Dapat net loss. 'Di ba? Pag malaki ang total expenses kaysa sa total income, net loss tawag doon, hindi net income. Tama? So both statements are incorrect. The correct answer is dog. Okay, letter D. Next. So kapag nakita niyo si Sipalay, ito si Sipalay, nakikita niyo? Nakita niyo po siya? Okay, yan si Sipalay, no? Your CPA guardian. Okay? So, I'm advertising, no? Makikita niya sa Facebook page namin, okay? Anyway, next review question. This time, computation to. So, you don't have to write the choice, the correct answer. Sorry, the letter of the correct answer. But you need to write the correct answer. Kasi walang choices to. This time, computation tayo. So, magko-compute kayo. And this time, ang mapapanalunan, tumataginting na 100 peso load. Okay? Kanina 50, ngayon 100 peso load. Okay? So, no talks. If you have the answer, write it in the chat box. Okay? Here we go. On December 1, Watcha Agency has the following temporary account balances in its trial balance. The question is, determine the net income or net loss. Depende. Okay? So, kung net income yan, as is ka lang. Kung net loss, please write negative, no, before the amount or open and close parentheses. Okay? Para masabi nating net loss. Okay? So, compute. Sige. And we'll give you time before I go with the chat box. Tingnan natin kung may tumama. Sayang din yan. Pang online din yan. Classes. Do you have the answer? If you have, write it in the chat box. Meron na? How much is the net income or net loss? So, we'll give you time, no? Bago ko pumunta dun sa ano natin, comment section. Meron na po bang sumasagot? May sumagot na ba?
Opo.
Meron na? Oh, very good ah. Let's see. Oh. Paano ba yan? The correct answer. Okay, the correct answer is negative 500. So, net loss siya. Okay? At per our participants' answers, nakakuha ulit ng ng tama at unang nakasagot is si Micaela Rain Fetizanan. Okay? That's correct. Negative 500. So again, siya na naman nanalo ng 100 peso load. So may 150 peso load na agad siya. Congratulations, Micaela. Okay? Congratulations. So sir, paano nakuha yun? O isa-isayin natin. No? Punta tayo dun sa Excel. So isa-isayin lang natin, no? Just to appreciate. After this, meron pa tayong isang problem. Pero ewan ko lang kung masasagot nyo yun. So, pakita ko lang, no? Amount na lang isusulat ko. Pwede ba yon? Okay. Yun. So, amount na lang isusulat natin. So, we have 60,000. Tama po ba? Palakihan natin. Okay? Plus yan kasi income yan. Tama ba? Then we have interest income na 1,000. Okay, sulat na nga natin lahat. So, we have service income. Para lang ma-appreciate ng iba. So, magkano? 60,000. Tama? So, we have service income, 60,000. Then, interest income, 1,000. Interest income, 1,000. So, additional yan. Commission income, 2,000. Income yan. So, additional ulit yan, 2,000. Then, we have gain on sale. So, income din yan. Gain on sale of equipment. So, gain on sale of equipment. Magkano yun? 6,000. Tama po ba? Tama po? Then we have salaries and wages expense. So, salaries expense. So, expense to. So, bawas to, di ba? 40,000. Minus 40,000. Okay? Then we have rent expense, tax and license expense. So, 12,000 tsaka 2,000 yun. Rent expense, tax and license. Okay? So, 12,000, that's a deduction. And 2,000, a deduction. Kasi mga expenses yan. Okay? Next, we have repairs and maintenance. 11,000. Repairs. So, deduction ulit yan kasi expense yan. Okay? Then, loss on sale of furnitures and fixtures. So, part yan expense. Loss on sale of furnitures. So, magkano daw yun? 4,000. Then, last one, may supplies expense tayo. Tama na 500. So, sulat na rin natin. 4,000. Then, supplies expense. Tama? 500. So, deduction yan. Now, pag-add lang natin lahat yan, no? you have 500. Anong tawag natin dyan? Net income or net loss?
Net loss.
Net loss. Kasi mas malaki yung mga expenses compared dun sa income. So the answer is net loss. Negative or 500 net loss. So, congrats dun sa nanalo kay Micaela. Okay? Last one. Ito wala to kasi magpe-prepare tayo ng income statement dito. So, yan. Palakihan lang natin ng konti. Okay. So, I hope you will do it. Answer it, no? Prepare income statement. So, madali lang to. Given naman kung ano yung mga direct cost or cost of service. So, sige, para madali sa side nyo, sabihin nyo lang sa akin kung net income or net loss. Then tell me what is the amount. Okay? Then after that, saka ako mag-prepare ng income statement. Sige nga. How much is the net income or net loss?
70,000.
70,000? Did you get that? How about the others? Nakasunod po ba? Tumutunog yung calcio. Siguro next time kapag nagkaroon tayo ng mga giveaways, calculators, books, no? Papamigay natin.
Yes po.
Or pwedeng both, di ba? Pwedeng parehas, calcio tsaka libro. So wait for that. Nag-announce naman ako dati, so just wait for that. Okay? Kung paano nyo makukuha yun. Okay? Any other answers other than 70,000? Tama po ba yun? Ang bilis nun ah. Do you agree? 70,000 daw ang net income?
Yes po.
Yes. That's correct. 70,000. So, ang gagawin ko, sino yung sumagot na yun? By the way, congrats dun sa nakakuha agad. Kaya lang nagkataon walang reward, no? Kasi kung income statement sana yung na isagot niya, yung mismo income statement ang nailagay niya sa chat box natin, mas maganda. Tama? Tama ba? Anyway, so next time baka mas maganda yung mga rewards natin. Anyway, ako magpe-prepare ng income statement. And that is correct yung sinabi niya kanina, 70,000 ang net income. Okay? So, let's go with saan na yun? Excel natin para lang ma-illustrate natin kung paano gagawin. Teka lang po naghahang yung aking computer. Okay. Saan na ako? Ayaw niya yun. Yun. Okay. Gagawa tayo ng income statement. Okay? Now, pag chinek natin yan, okay? So, obviously, anong sabi? Merong headings ang income statement. Tama? First is the name of the company. Second, the name of the report or the report name. And third, the date covered. Okay? So, ano yung susulat natin? First line. Ano bang pangalan ng company? Ano daw pangalan?
The Cars
The
for
Cars
Rent
for
Enterprise.
Rent Enterprise.
Enterprise.
Susulat natin. The Cars for Rent Enterprise. Okay? Nakita? Next, anong name of report to? Or anong klaseng report to? Income statement. Or simply, or other term is statement of profit and loss. Okay? Anong date covered niya? Balik tayo doon. Ano nakalagay dito sa adjusted trial balance niya?
December 31, 2020.
So, ibig sabihin, good for 1 year to. Tama ba? Obviously, good for 1 year to. So, sulat natin, for the year ended December 31, 2020. Okay? So first line na isusulat natin yung mga revenues. Pero yung pinakaumpisa, yung main revenue, main sources of revenue. At per our illustration, iisa lang naman ng revenue account. Ito yon, yung car rental revenue amounting to 800,000. So sulat natin. Yun, car rental revenue 800,000. Tama? Then, anong susunod dyan? Ano ililess natin dyan to get the gross income or profit?
Cost.
Cost of service. So, sulat lang natin, cost of service. Yan. Ano yan? So, obviously, nakalagay naman na dun sa problem. Mga direct charges. Salaries, gas and oil, repairs and maintenance, depreciation ng car. So, copy-paste lang natin yan, yung amount, pati yung mga account, no, papunta dun sa income statement. Sulat natin. So, una, direct charges. Salaries. Magkano daw? 240,000. Sunod, gas and oil, di ba? Direct charges. 60,000. Sunod, repairs and maintenance ba yun? 72,000. Then we have, ano daw? Depreciation nung cars. Okay? 180,000. So, total daw niyan, 240, 60,000, 72, tsaka 180, magkano? 552,000. So, yan yung total cost of service natin. So, pag tinanong kita, pwede kita kasing tanungin, how much is the total cost of service? Ito ang sagot mo, 552,000. Now, kapag tinanong naman kita, how much is the gross profit of the business, the cars for rent enterprise? That is, deduct your cost of service
200.
by the major revenue or main revenue ng business. And that is how much? 800?
248,000.
148,000.
248.
800,000 minus 552,000 equals 248,000. So that is your gross income or gross profit. Add natin yung mga other operating income or other income. Meron ba doon sa problem? Wala naman eh. Meron bang other income? Wala. Tama ba? Wala. Puro ano na to, expenses. So, diretso na tayo sa operating expenses. Okay? So, sulat lang natin, less operating expenses. So, lahat ng mga expenses na hindi direct cost. So, yun yung mga tax and license, advertising, insurance, utilities, and then depreciation of the furnitures. So, 24, 48, 36, 50, 20,000. Let's check, no? So, yan. Meron tayong tax and license, 24,000. Advertising expense, 48,000. Insurance expense, 36,000. Utilities expense, 50,000. Then, depreciation ng furnitures and fixtures, 20,000. Pag tinotal mo yan, magkano daw? 178,000. Okay? Yun. So, pwede kasi kitang tanungin, how much is the total operating expense? Your answer will be 178,000. Okay? Now, the difference of the gross income, which is the 248,000, versus the total operating expense, which is the 178,000, will give you net income. Okay? Net income kasi mas malaki yung gross income kaysa sa operating expense. And that is how much? 248,000 minus 178, 70,000. So net income is 70,000. That is the final answer. So let's double rule. Okay? 70,000. And that's how you prepare income statement. Okay? Any question?
Wala po.
Any question?
Wala po.
Wala.
Wala po.
So I hope you learned something today, class. May natutunan po ba?
Apo.
Okay,
Yes
so
po.
sana may natutunan. So tomorrow we have another discussion. Tama ba?
Opo.
Yes po.
And that is a statement of
Changes in equity.
changes in equity. So madali lang yun. Anyway, So kung wala nang further question, I think that's all for today. Thank you for your participation. And
Thank you po.
kindly Micaela, message us in our Facebook page para makuha mo or maklaim mo yung prize. Okay? So thank you class for all of you and see you tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you,
Salamat.
sir.
Thank you po.
Baka inom ni Shaky.